where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. far my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls. Y'all know we have Music Monday as well, which was just, day before yesterday. So pretty much sign up for that Sold Out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or of course we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already chopping it up and talking about it in the Sold Out Discord, and it is free to sign up, right? Okay, so pretty much just gonna be a probably simple short live here. Only plan to be on this joint for like an hour. Sorry for starting a little bit late, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I was in the middle of editing a video, and yeah, my computer, I'll say this, right? What normally where I could just boom, 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 yeah, I had to restart the whole joint anyway, which probably needed to be done since I was going live, and most likely that's usually the fix whenever we have those, like, I guess you can say, like, audio issues. But right now, visuals and everything should be looking good. So as y'all commented out, don't forget to smash that like button. And tonight's topics, man, right? Okay, I'm gonna cover two major topics because let's just keep it 100. Sneaker wise, let's just keep it 100. I know everybody sneakers dead. I know. I'll say this. It's not something booming every single day or week, right? Okay, but I still want to keep these streams coming, man, because you know what? I've been doing this for quite some time, and I feel like, you know what? Why not? So if y'all coming it out, let me know if audio and visuals is okay. And we're going to talk about SGA, you know, pretty much the Thunder, who plays for the Thunder in the NBA. Looks like he's got a new deal with Nike, and what this means for the brands, because keep in mind he had a deal with Converse, which I was interested in covering this story mainly because I'm like, well, if Nike is over Converse or own Converse, wasn't he technically a part of Nike anyway? But I'm assuming this is going to be the first time he actually starts wearing the actual Nike brand. So we're going to do a little covering on those stories. And it looks like we got a story for StockX. Looks like they reopened the New York City store after months of renovations, right? Okay, which I'm going to keep it 100. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually covered the StockX store opening to begin with, but looks like they're reopening. I didn't know they closed the joint. StockX, believe it or not, I know a lot of people say they still don't rock with StockX, but in my opinion, it is still one of the most widely used resale platforms. I mean, let's just keep it 100. Well, everybody may not buy from there, but a lot of people still do, especially the people who are 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or new to the sneaker world, right? Okay, whenever they start getting back into sneakers or get back into it, StockX is always kind of having one of those, like, it's an easy, like, way to cop sneakers, you know what I'm saying? And from the outside looking in, until you see all the fees at the final checkout, most likely, you know, you're looking like you're getting a better deal. You know what I'm saying? People will go down a rabbit hole and find out who they can trust after that. But, you know, let's just keep it 100. Some of the major heavy hitters in the resale market is StockX still, even though they went through the lawsuit with Nike. I think they've settled out of court. But if you think about it, it's StockX, we got GOAT, and eBay. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, that's usually like the top three. And then we see one particular YouTuber, I'm not going to say no names, they always do like the comparison between the two every like couple of months. So I can't really knock them for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be covering those two stories. And then, yeah, man, I'll wrap things up here at the top of the hour, right? Looks like we got King Midas in the building. Says smash that like button. Appreciate that, Mr. King Midas. Says smash it again. I see that. I see you, big dog. Appreciate that. We'll start with the SGA story. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it short and simple here tonight. As you guys know, the Thunders was this close to actually battling the Knicks for the NBA like finals, right? Okay. However, they lost out to San Antonio, and here we are, right? Now I can't remember the last time I actually copped a Converse, right? And the few Converse that I had like a couple, I sold them joints straight up. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. They just wasn't for me anymore. I think I went through that whole like Wiz Khalifa phase where, you know, he was saying, you know, he was rocking the Chucks and this and the third. I had a few, but to be honest, dog, once I went full back in like J's and Nikes and I guess you can say Yeezy and Adidas, Converse really didn't have my attention like that anymore. No disrespect. Now, we've covered stories on Converse too where, you know, the brand has not been, you know, performing as much as Nike would like them to perform. And rumors at one point we even covered on a stream where they were possibly talking about even, selling Converse, which, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't deny it, but they didn't confirm it either. When we talked to Elliot Hill, the CEO, he just said, he kept a professional answer where he basically answered the question without answering the question, in my opinion. I also want to throw this out there. Whole Live is alleged and opinionated, but mostly are pretty much all alleged because we don't know. I'm just going off based off what's on the pretty much Google searches that I do in my research and what's put out there, right? Okay, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a guy that's out here putting it out for the people, right? Let me hit the chat again. King Midas says facts. Appreciate that. We got Slayer in the building. Says, yo, sneaker familiar 100. What up? What up, Slayer? What up, King? What up? What up? Appreciate that, man. Don't forget to smash that like button as y'all coming out, just like King Midas said. So, let's just go and get started on, I guess I'm going to say SGA first, and then also towards the end of the live, we're going to talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. I'm also going to talk a little bit of the Supreme drops. Look like they're dropping a Spitfire collab, which is a skateboarding brand to the best of my knowledge. I know that because I used to skateboard. Otherwise, if I didn't know that, probably wouldn't even be covering that joint. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. So on this weekday, as we get ready to head into the holiday weekend, man, I hope you guys are having a good one so far. I have been seeing the, I guess you can say, sneaker quote-unquote drama that's been going on for the last couple weeks. Not surprised. I thought about speaking on it, but to keep it 100, I'm going to mind my business. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not involved in that in any way, shape, or form. And I'll leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I always been a big firm believer. Hey, y'all leave me alone. I'm going to leave y'all alone, respectively. So let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds, and we'll get the party started here. Let's see real quick. Sharing my screen. Boom. You guys should be seeing my screen right here. This is the StockX story, but I think I want to start with the SGA story first. We got 2 articles I do want to get through real quickly. And then as you guys come in and out, don't forget to smash the like button. Hate to reiterate that, but I noticed not everybody always follows that protocol. So just like to give people a friendly reminder. So pretty much here's one article right here. It says, what does SGA's move from Converse to Nike mean for both brands, right? Now keep in mind, this is one hell of a basketball player, people. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, they still came pretty close with just having him on the floor, and a lot of the team members were hurt as well, but they still came pretty close to winning that series with the Spurs, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they didn't. But obviously, homie's still getting deals, even though they didn't win. He still went further. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's not all on him. It's about the team as well, respectively, right? It says the switch doesn't suggest a confidence in Converse, but maybe a departure from basketball is what it is. Okay, yeah, or what it needs. Again, I didn't know we had to deal with Converse. And 2, if this is the basketball shoe right here on the right, dog, respectively, this is why we probably get stuck to still rocking like J's, or a lot of the younger generation coming up, and then the generation underneath us, Pauls, don't really cop like J's, or they don't really cop any of the latest basketball sneaker. One, they didn't grow up watching Jordan like us, right? Okay, they hear about the stories. We're passing on a legacy, and we're still keeping it alive because there's still a lot of J's used to be, and it still is in my opinion, but J's used to be if you didn't have a J, the new J's, you really weren't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? We had alternatives that was cool, but none hit like a fresh pair of J's. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why it's in multiple songs. You know what I'm saying? The Converse here, right? While it used to be the it for like my parents, right? But they're still there, right? And they obviously still making a mark. And while sales are down, they still bring in millions of sales. It's just not probably worth what they put into it to keep it open. You know what I mean? Respectively. So this is a picture of SGA and his Converse, the Shai 001. So keep in mind too, we have done dripper skips on the Shai 001 for sure. And they do sell out, for real. Let's just keep it 100. They do sell out. So he's got a select audience. Me personally, it's probably for the people who get tired of trying to go after every like Jordan and then or Nike release. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to try something different. And I can't fault him for that at all. But it says, heading into the release of his second signature shoe, SGA is switching from Converse to Nike, which I can only imagine, was this really, really hard to do if, technically Converse already falls under Nike. But let's keep going. It says the announcement was made Tuesday night with an Instagram story on SGA's page featuring an animation of his logo transforming into the collection of the swooshes. Let me see if I can actually find that real quick, because I don't actually think I even found that. Let me put myself back on the main screen. I don't really be doing like the social media joint, but let me see if I can find a joint. SGA announcements. Let's see. Announcement. Let's see if we can find that joint. Announcement to Nike. You know what I'm saying? Which it may be a stretch to even find it this way, but I want to see if I can actually find it, because they do got some type of like argument here. So, I mean, or some like a logo and announcement. So, I don't really be on the social medias like that. So, obviously, you guys probably see why I'm probably struggling to probably even find this, but I'm willing to bet it's somewhere in here. All I gotta say is I see a lot of the ads and already talking about it, but just trying to see if I can find the actual videos. I think, boom. Let's see, this right here, that's on Reddit. We got this one, that's on Instagram. Let's see, where we at real quick. Just want to make sure I find the right video. I see multiple ones, but I think it's on YouTube. Let's see, where we at real quick. Joins a Nike joint. Let me see, because I don't want to play nobody else's video and then they get all upset and stuff like this. I think this joint is on Hype Beast real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, cool. Found it right here. Sharing my screen. Splatter that. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to get nobody into trouble or anything like that, but here we go right here. Boom. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of the little ads right here. I think this is it. Let's see if I can play it right here. No actual audio on it. Just a little spin-a-rooney on this joint. Boom. So that's that right there. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? So can't really knock it. There's real no audio, but hey, he's doing what he feels is best for him. I can't really knock him for that. So that's what that kind of looked like, right? We're going to keep it going right quick. It says the announcement was made Tuesday night on Instagram. We read that story on SGA's page for featuring an animation of his logo transforming into a collection of swooshes. So he goes basically from the Converse logo to some swooshes, right? Okay. It says the internal move under the Nike umbrella, right? If I'm not mistaken, Nike umbrella doesn't suggest a confidence for Converse, which has seen its revenue continually decline since hitting on all the times high in 2023 and most recently reported a 35% decline for the third quarter of the 2026 compared to the same time year prior, right? Okay, so I said, yeah, maybe could this be a sign where some people they're going to bring over? And you got to keep in mind, I don't think Nike them is anticipating to get rid of Converse, but they're also trying to prepare for the worst of a worst case scenario. We got to do. But, if they're planning to sell Converse like rumors had been, speculating, I'm assuming they don't want somebody on this level like SGA a part of the deal. And I can't knock them for that. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? I see you, Divine, in the building. Says, what's good? What up, Divine? What up, big dog? What up? It says, Converse don't hit anymore. I was just saying that before you got in here, Divine, personally. The Chuck Taylors, they have their moments, maybe for the parents. But to be honest, dog, I'll give you, and I don't want to, and when I say this, I don't want to sound like I'm like being mean or anything. But let's just keep it 100. For the Converse Chuck Taylors, right? My generation, we tried to bring it back a little bit with the whole Wiz Khalifa thing, right? Check. But my parents was rocking Chuck Taylors, and they used to be the it sneaker. Now, here's the problem that comes into play. If you think Jordan 1s, or feel like you're walking around barefooted, they come a long way, to be fair, but the original ones, the ones that if you feel like you were barefooted in that joint, the Converse always feel like I was barefooted in that joint, you know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, I played sports in them joints, you know what I'm saying? Before I sold mine, you know what I'm saying? I cut grass in it, I played volleyball, you know what I'm saying? You name it. But at the same time, that was like my parents' shoe. Now, you notice too, where I was trying to get at is, my parents, them, and just the people in that generation, they don't even rock the Chuck Taylors like that no more, nor do they look for it. For one, right? Because I know for a fact if my parent look for one of them, they're going to be like, yo, nah, I ain't paying that for the joint. I remember when this used to be X amount for this shoe. I'm not paying, 10 times the amount. All right, valid point. Then if you think about it, most of them wear certain shoes that they need to protect their feet because they've gotten older. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we've got experience with certain things with, that the doctors say, like, all right, wear these type of shoes. And no disrespect, and I ain't trying to call nobody old or anything, but, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, the Converse shoe ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And especially with these SGAs, no disrespect, like, it still ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I see you, man, with the kicks in the building. Says, Yerp. What up, Mannies? What up, what up, what up, what up? Let me keep going real quick. It says, analysts have also been speculating that Nike may put Converse up for sale. I told you guys, you know what I'm saying? We've been covering this on a regular basis. So a lot of these articles, while I'm reading through them, a lot of this that's why I can kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, speculate or say certain things, because we've covered some of this stuff in the past. So I have a feeling some of this will be like news we've already covered, but it's kind of coming to light. You know what I'm saying? Where they were saying it before, but I can see how it becomes more and more in the light. You know what I'm saying? Man in the Kick says, Divine, Salute, 100, Statue of Liberty, and you're heading to the parade tomorrow. I remember Devon. If I remember, he said he was going. You know what I'm saying? If they won, hey, pull up, take some great pictures for me personally, big dog. If you plan on going, you know what I'm saying? It says analysts have also been speculating that Nike may cut Converse for sale, put Converse for sale. Also, Chief Executive Officer Elliott, which is Elliott Hill for short, is a bullish in saying that won't happen. He didn't say it wouldn't happen to the best of my knowledge, but he didn't deny it either. So I think he kind of danced around the answer, in my opinion. Let me see if I can stop this ad, because looks like YouTube them have really been cracking down on, even though your audio's not playing, they'll get you on the video. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Slayer says, don't go in Chuck Taylor's. My thing is, right? Oh, yeah, I get what he said. Don't go to the parade at Chuck Taylor's. I mean, if you used to the joint, go ahead, but I don't think I've seen nobody rocking a pair of Chuck Taylors in like years, dog. And the last person I seen rocking that joint, well, they were definitely several generations ahead of me. You know what I'm saying? And even still, they look like they were struggling with them joints. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. But it says, under Nike or another corporation, it's hard to see a path forward for Converse basketball. If the brand wants to continue in the sport, it doesn't make much sense to give up one sport, biggest stars, and one uniquely created enough to spearhead the design of his sneaker and logo himself. So I get what they're saying. Like, if they are trying to bring Converse back, then you can't cut one of the biggest stars. However, I think they're going to do something different where they're probably not going to waste their time they're going to probably still sell Converse, if I had to guess. Like, and let me clarify this, sneakers, I don't think they're going to sell the company either. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think that's like their last resort. If anything, the bigger stars are going to hop onto Nike, and then Converse will probably get sold like for like seasonal purposes or something through Nike, if I had to guess. I mean, at the end of the day, it's their like product. They can slow down the production on it as they see fit. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. They got to go off the numbers too. You know what I'm saying? The Bond says, I give Shai credit. He did try and it sold a bit, but not much. Yeah, I did see some sellouts, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling like people sold out, but like the shoes, did see some of the shoes sell out. He, you know what I'm saying? He gave a few hits, you know what I'm saying? But respectively, I don't think it's him. I definitely think it's just the Converse brand. Now, this is my thing too. Let me clarify this. When you run over there to Nike, big dog, hit us with something that you feel like you would want to, not just hoop in, but you like, all right, cool, I can hoop, but I'm going straight out after these and I'm rocking these joints again. Or I got a backup pair. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's what Michael Jordan did because he just happened to have, the right designer and the right timing and everything like that. But now, I hate to say it, you got to put a little bit of thought process in it. You can say what you want to say about the Ja 3, the Ja Morant, the Ja 3 joints. They dope and they've been selling and they've been using themes to sell the sneaker. However, you know what I'm saying, it still looks like a super basketball shoe. I don't care what nobody says. The J's, Jordans, don't look like the typical basketball shoe until after you get past, 15, 16, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? Devon says, my guy, Manny, 100. Let's see where we at real quick. Man, the Kick says, yes, sir, Polo and Devon got us with some fire photos. Most definitely, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Let's keep going real quick. It isn't all sunny skies at Nike basketball either. Although overall basketball shoe market is not the same revenue driver that it once was either, Kobe line of signature sneakers commands an outsized amount of attention, taking 9 of 20 spots in StockX list of the top selling basketball shoes for 2025, and is picked for the casual wear more than the active NBA players. So again, I hate to say, RP to Kobe. His shoe has still been doing this thing, but you know what I'm saying? If he was still here, will we still see the same type of thing? Not to downplay Kobe. That's just a question that we can ponder. I'm going to say short answer, yes. But would they be dropping out as much sneakers as Kobe too? For Kobe. But, it's a lot of little factors you can put into play on that one. But RIP to Kobe. Don't want to offend anybody on that one. Let's see. Devon says, if the kids buy the Jaws, then it's doing something. This is true. And maybe that's why we getting themes like the Kool-Aid theme. You know what I'm saying? He's done that. The Jurassic Park theme. Maybe they're using that trying to cater to the younger audience, right? It could be. It's just my theory. I don't know if this is true, but that's just the thought process, right? Memory Kick says, Shai definitely going to have bangers on Nike now. I hope so. But, I still would like to see, like, a nice, good collab. Not something where it's like, it's a collab, but, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the joint. I want something that we actually want. Devon says, only Kobe's we like are 6s and 5 Protros. But to be fair, Nike them have been dropping them too. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. He says, remember Kyrie shoes was selling like hotcakes because of the kids? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I remember at one point, the Kevin Durant's was, Kevin Durant sneaker was selling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's too. And then, believe it or not, Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying, with Under Armour. I remember they had one of some of his joints too when he was with Under Armour. Now he's not anymore. We covered that story as well. But it says, Ja Morant's third signature sneaker, a bold aesthetic departure from his previous 2 models, has also stood above the rest of the crowd and took 6 spots of its own in StockX list. But the players these days with Nike could still nonetheless be numbered despite his 4th model having already been previewed. So again, like I said, we just covered Ja Morant been doing his thing, respectively. I think if Ja Morant can make a successful shoe over at Nike, so can SGA. You know what I'm saying? Manny says, I'm not going to hold y'all those Knicks Air Force Ones low championship edition pretty clean. Speaking of which, and I'll touch on this towards like the end of the live, so roughly in about 25 minutes or so, because I got one more story I want to get to. Looks like you can do some custom like Knicks Air Force Ones too. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be very interesting. I'm going to share my screen on that one as we get closer to it. It says, off-court problems and injuries have plagued the guard's career, and when he was on the court this past season, his production dwindled. Morant's team, the Memphis Grizzlies, is widely expected to trade him this offseason, and if he doesn't return to the previous levels of play, Nike could consider triggering a performance-related termination clause, typically of such contracts. Yeah, and we've seen this happen with, who was that? Zion, right? If I'm not mistaken, allegedly, right? Didn't Zion get cut from Nike? You know what I'm saying? They could have been using something like that to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? And then Nike and the NBA in general, and probably a lot of these companies, they're in business to make moolah. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't making no moolah, they ain't gonna hold your hand but so long. You know what I'm saying? It's just like me and my job, right? And I hate to use this for apple and oranges. When we get the new person on the team, no matter where they're at, what team they're on, I'm like, look, I always say that whatever you want to know, just ask. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you started, get you set up, show you the basics, you know what I'm saying? But after that, you got to find your own preference. And, same thing, we can tie it back to this where it's like, yo, we going to hit you with something dope. People going to want to buy it, but it's up to you to stay performing. Same with Michael Jordan. He still had to go out there time and time again and do his thing too. You know what I'm saying? Mary Kick says, remind me of the DJ Clark Kent Air Force One low, RIP. Most definitely RIP to DJ Clark Kent. So we'll keep going real quick. It says, aside from Bryant and Morant, Nike's basketball buzz is most felt on the women's side. Caitlin Clark's implementing signature shoe debut and is most anticipated in the sports for quite some time. Sabrina Ensun, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, unisex line, which just hit the fourth model, is a goal for a large swath players and the both WNBA and NBA. Says AJ Wilson's line recently grew to 2 as well, and the lunch colorway of his first was the only women's shoe in StockX top sellers. So again, other shoes are doing their thing. So I feel like if these guys are, I'm not saying necessarily making some noise, but if they're staying in the positive with Nike, SGA should be able to do the same thing. The issue with, I think from this, they're thinking like, it's because you're attached to that Converse brand. We want to attach you to something else. And we can do that because it's all in-house. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we got to make a few changes probably to the contract and keep it moving. But it says, perhaps SGA's internal switch will be bringing a much-needed dose of energy to the men's side of Nike basketball. It says, despite his share of the distractors of the foul biting on the hardwood, he's generally considered the most stylish player in the game and is involved in design of his own highly degree than anyone else. His team, Oklahoma City Thunder, which I just call them the Thunder, is also expected to be champion contenders for years to come because of the stockpile of young talent and yet more draft picks. Again, I can see that, but you still got to stay healthy. And if you don't stay healthy and or you get hurt, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now your team is only as strong as its weakest link, respectively. You know what I'm saying? But these guys, I'm sure, will be back next season. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll be running it back again. But right now, it's next season, baby, as far as I'm concerned. It says, and maybe ditching basketball and reprioritizing is exactly what Converse needs, regardless of its regardless of who owns it. It says its hallmark shoe remains the Chuck Taylor, and the playbook to making it hot again may look a lot like the Vans has done with the fleet of classic sneakers. Both brands share low price points and long-term credibility in an alternative cultures. So if Vans can turn around its fortunes, there's no reason that the Converse can't either, right? But potentially doesn't guarantee an execution, and Converse will have to re-strategize without one of its mark stars. So again, I think they are going to re-strategize with Converse. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to be doing it without Shai, which is going to be very, very interesting. Same article right here. I'll just hit the little key points on this one. So Shai, aka SGA, leaves Converse and officially joins Nike basketball. Again, this was reported June 16th, which was literally just yesterday. So here's some quick facts just to sum that up, and then we're going to get ready to transition on to the StockX store reopening situation, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, and we'll be on up out this thing, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Don't forget to smash the like button, and of course, let me know if audio and visuals are still looking good, because it's looking good on my end. It says, quick facts. After a mysterious post on SGA's Instagram story, Nike confirmed his migration to the swoosh. Point 2, he'll be joining as a signature athlete, continue his line. And point 3, a release date of his Nike silhouette has yet to be announced. I mean, if he just transitioned, we're not going to get it that fast. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is him right here on Instagram. Obviously, remember when I was looking for the story? I probably easily could have put it right here. You know what I'm saying? If this is not the ad right here, I don't think it plays any music. But that's just a spinneroonie, as you can see. That's his Converse logo, and it spins into 2 Nike swooshes. So that's going to be very interesting. I actually do like what they did for the advertisement. Subtle, but noticeable and simple, so I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got that switched around, and of course, that right there. I'm not going to go with his history. I do a little bit of his history in this article real quick, and then we'll transition on to StockX. It says, back in 2024, SGA signed a multiple-year extension with the One Star that positioned him as the creative director of basketball operations. His signature shoe, the Shai 001, unrevealed some after the February 2025 during the All-Star weekend. Since joining Converse back in 2020, SGA has cemented himself as one of the top players in the league, earning multiple All-Star nods, 2 MVP awards, and a Finals MVP and an NBA title while under the One Star umbrella. So that's a little bit of history with him. So we'll see. When will we expect his first like Nike shoe reveal? If I had to guess, he's gonna bring something in the off season, or he's gonna be wearing something where it's like they trying to make this shoe back hot, and it may not even be official collab with him, but just know it's probably something down the road. If I had to guess. So last 15 minutes, let's see if we can talk about the StockX situation real quick. So it says StockX reopened its NYC store for drop-offs and sales. So that's a good thing too. And that's what I've always argued about StockX. They should definitely have a physical presence. But to be fair, a lot of resale stores do not have like a physical store presence. And if they do, it's very rare, few in between. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. We don't even see that much like so-and-so go sneaker shopping anymore. I mean, to be honest, a lot of these resale stores, maybe this is something we may see down in the future with whenever so-and-so goes sneaker shopping, right? So some quick facts, and this was published on the 17th, which is today. It says, after shuttering its in-person drop-off center and store months ago for remodeling, the Detroit-based web giant is back in action, putting down permanent roots in Soho. Says the shop is a reimagined secondary market experience complete with spot to drop off shoes and to sell and shop in stores. So it's literally going to just be your typical resale store. Now, with the way StockX has grown, and it's pretty much been one of those like top tier resale stores or place to buy shoes, I wouldn't see why their stores wouldn't physically, succeed. You know what I mean? So I get it. Now they're going to actually drop joints off in person. Are they going to authenticate them right there before shipping them back out? Is the stuff on the shelf going to be already authenticated? Which I'm assuming yes, because you see that StockX tag attached to it, right? Let's see. Devon says, I went to the StockX store today. Not really much in there, to be honest. Damn. So these pictures, they hit the angles down. To be honest, this doesn't look like the biggest store, pause. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It like this right here. In fact, I think, didn't you post that joint in the Discord? If I'm not mistaken, I think you did. Says StockX is feeling the high vibes in NYC right now, and the sneaker resale giant wants in on the action. After shuttering its person drop-off center and store months ago for remodeling, the Detroit-based web giant is back in action, putting down the permanent roots in the Soho with a reimagined secondary market experience complete with spot to drop off shoes to sell and shop in here. So I'm assuming, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, all right, cool. And I'm not saying this, right? But let's say this, right? Let's say you take some shoes at StockX, right? They'd be like, and this is what I hate, and they're not the only ones that do this, to be fair. They legit check them, everything check out. They'll be like, yo, cash, we'll give you this. But if you want to take store credit, we'll give you, let's say you get a shoe, you drop it off. They determine, hey, this joint worth $1,000, right? Let's just keep the math simple, right? You can take the $1,000 store credit. No, you can take the $1,000 cash and walk away. Or if you pretty much take the store credit, where no real money is really exchanged, we will, instead of that shoe being worth $1,000 for us for cash, we'll give you $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 in store credit. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the stuff right here, you got to keep in mind, is already mocked up. So as a seller or a buyer, you got to literally just wake up and smell the coffee. You know what I'm saying? It says StockX is back in Soho, the website that made its name connecting legit sneaker sellers with buyers across the globe. First got into the retail game with a pop-up drop-off location in NYC, which that's north. That is New York City. I almost said North Carolina, but no, it is New York City, London, and Los Angeles. Adding that an in-person aspect to the app-based the company. Now the brand is expanding the personalized experience in the nation's sneaker capital, rubbing shoulders with other secondary market giants like Flight Club. So again, Flight Club, them there. I know we got a Stadium Goods. I think it had closed down at some point, but I mean, I don't think it's completely closed. Don't quote me on that. But it says, let's see, StockX NYC is more than a store. It's a physical manifestation of everything our platform represents, said the StockX CEO Greg Schwartz. Keep in mind, I remember when StockX used to not even do returns. I mean, to be honest, you'd be surprised what you go through that will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. It says, New York is the home of the sneaker culture, and we are proud to show up there in a meaningful way. The space isn't just about retail or selling drop-offs. It's about connecting us to the city's thriving scene of collectors, collaborators, and resellers. So they're trying to bring pretty much the best of all worlds together in one great spot. And do I feel like they can do it? Sure. You know what I'm saying? So this is inside the store here, StockX NYC store details. Let me see if we could get some images up on the biggie screen real quick. Most definitely. So Devon said he's already pulled up to this joint right here. Man, you know, seems pretty basic to me. Let's go to the next image. This is outside that joint, which looks pretty cool. I noticed with a lot of these stores and stuff like that, especially on the resale side of things, it's kind of been coming with that like less is best type of thing. Also seen it on the retail side of things too. Less is best is in a store. You don't want to overly crowd a store, even though you're trying to push as much product to the person who's pulling in there to try to buy something. You know what I mean? Respectively. Where we at quick? We'll keep going. More images. This is a close up. Let's see, these are the Jalen Brunson joints, the Kobe's, that Statue of Liberty joint right here. So they got something in here, you know what I'm saying? The Nike SB Air Jordan 4, that's here. We got those Eric Costin joints right there. This is what? Action Bronson. So they definitely got something in here, some heat. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great angle from the photo. Off-White 5s, the black joints. We got Travis's. We got literally everything you think of. Got the typical denim right here. And then this is that Travis Scott, pretty much, I guess you can say the fragment. And then this is a, literally much, if you go West Coast down here a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We got those joints of the Union LA. And then we have another Air Jordan 4 military blue. So looks like they you know, they got the hot items out there. I'm very curious how they decide what's going to be on the floor and what's not. Respectively, that's probably the hardest part. And if this is a resale store, how many pairs do they get per shoe? I mean, they have the Galaxies here and everything. Respectively. Keep going. Got the North Face joint with the Supreme collab. We got a little bit of like the Babester joints, you know, that went that superhero theme joint or the hero theme. I can respect it. Got the Supreme deck on deck pulls with hats, you know what I'm saying? The store don't look that bad, but I can see why, Devon, you said that it don't look like there's much in there. From the outside looking in, it still doesn't look like there's much in there. Just some really great photos. If you think about that joint, and this is kind of all you need, right? Look at this angle of this video or this image, right? It's already limited on space to begin with. So, you know, they got the shoes over here, a little bit of merch over there, and yeah, get what you need and get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. But I don't think that's their vibe. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue down the article real quick. It says, StockX NYC is open now 7 days a week, right? These are the store hours, right? Okay. 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., right? Okay. At the 237 Lafayette Street, right in the heart of the Manhattan Soho neighborhood. If you're in NYC and you got some sneakers that sell or particularly drop off, you missed out on, it might be time to swing by and check out the new digs. To keep up all the latest sneaker news from around the industry, pretty much it tells you to download the pretty much Retrievers app, the Sneaker Retrievers app, or the, I guess you say, Soul Retrievers app, right? Okay. One more article, then we'll wrap things up here. Kind of same thing, but I kind of want to see what Foot News, aka WWD, is saying now, which I know is Foot News, but I did change the name. So it says StockX reopens NYC store after months of renovation. Says located, and we got the address here. StockX confirmed the store has been closed since January for remodel. So if you think about it, we're in June. They've been closed since January, so I'm assuming. So February, March, April, May, June, that's 5 months, bruh. Like, damn. But keep in mind, it's solely been based off a digital platform anyway, so that didn't really probably hurt them no more than it hurt them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, because think about it. while remodeling, they keeping the place, they still got to keep the lights on, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Bathroom upkeep, a lot of things that can play into this, right? So StockX has reopened the New York City store after months of renovations, located, and they got the address in here, Soho's neighborhood. It says StockX confirmed that the store has had been closed since January for remodel. Now that they refreshed the store and promise to deliver a curated in-person shopping experience along with the brand's signature seller drop-off service, cultural programming, and community events. So what happened if they get caught with some fakes at a drop-off? Like, do they call the person out, or do they bite the bullet, sell the shoe to somebody else, and they call them out, and then it's on StockX? Still sounds like a risky area, but they're the billion-dollar company, not me. You know what I'm saying? It says, to reopen the store features a cultural assortment of nearly 300 products available to purchase, with the initial product lineup focusing on dead stock sneakers. Now, everybody's always been a great area of arguing what's dead stock. To me, dead stock is like a shoe that you're not wearing, right? And it's just kind of collecting dust, right? Now, to the average sneakerhead, they were saying like, all right, cool. This is dead stock sneaker means never worn. None of this is brand new out the box. You know what I'm saying? Which I can see why that. But I think the actual term for dead stock is like, yo, it's product that you got in your closet or in your sneaker room or what have you that, one, nobody will buy it anyway for what you paid for it, so you're a sucker on that one. Pause. Unless you bought something you really, really like, I respect it. And or they're probably saying like, all right, cool. If they can't move it, what makes you think I can move it? You know what I'm saying? So they probably take a lot of things in consideration, right? It says the reopened store features a cultured assortment of nearly 300 products available to purchase, with the initial product lineup focusing on dead stock sneakers, apparel, accessories, and collectibles. The store will also serve as a part-time content studio and activation hub for creator collaborators, product drop-offs, and the community event, StockX noted. So I'm gonna be honest, they got a couple months to figure this out. And if y'all are planning on expanding, you got to take one to Atlanta. I think that would be like one of the next moves, respectively. Let me get through this article real quick for like the last 5 minutes, then we'll wrap things up. It says, as for the store new design, StockX said, and let me stop this real quick because I noticed YouTube they've been really like not playing when it comes to these videos, playing in the background. Respectfully, I've been winning them, but just slightly annoying if you ask me, right? But it says, as for the store new design, StockX said that it's intentionally designed around the concept of always building, right? Bleeding New York City industry energy with the elevated retail execution. The company added that the features Mondor merchandising activation is ready for features and more. So again, they're telling people right here, man, don't be afraid to make some changes, right? These are images up inside the store, and I will say it's looking freaking good. I'm going to continue the rest of this article for like the last 5 minutes, then we'll wrap up here for the night. Where we at real quick? We read that one. It says, Greg Suarez, Chief Executive Officer of StockX, said in a statement that the company's Soho location is more than a store. It says, the physical manifestation of everything of our platform represents, Suarez noted, New York is the home of the sneaker culture, and we're proud to show up where in a meaningful way. The space isn't about retail or selling drop-offs. It's about collecting us to the city, thriving the scene of collectors, collaborators, and resellers. I mean, that's basically saying the same thing that you said on the first time, but you just worded it kind of different to make it sound nicer, right? And I put that quotations, allegedly. Brendan Dunn, what used to be on Complex, right? He's over there at StockX. Right? Let me get through this part real quick. It says, Senior Director of Customer Community and Engagement at StockX added that and this is Brandon Dunn, by the way, noted that the company believes that the importance of in-person experience around sneakers. We want this to be a place where you can buy and drop off, but also interact with the product and people from the scene in a meaningful way, Dunn said. Says to celebrate the reopening of StockX NYC, which is New York City to the best of my knowledge, with gift cards from 100 customers, $25 off their purchase, or $150 or more for an in-store pretty much representation only. So again, they're trying to get to the bag. I respect it. So this is some of the stuff right here. Got the Travises again. Looks like boom, boom, boom. Looks like we got other sneakers right here. They all got that StockX like swing tag joint on it. And apparently the only way to get it off is to cut it, right? It says the company of Soho location first opened indoors in 2019. And StockX tested the sneaker drop-off pop-ups in New York, Los Angeles, and London. With those temporary locations, the store allowed a perspective of buyers and sellers to rare sneakers, other luxury products to drop off, and the items to have them verified and they resold for the first time. It says the reopening of StockX Soho follows last week's announcement that the company will enter the hyper-competitive live shopping field, and the Suarez called a natural extension of the platform. Yeah, pretty much they're going to start doing like what they do to Whatnot Live, or eBay's been doing this. StockX is a little late to the party, but I mean, I feel like, yo, if y'all come with the best prices and people can trust that joint, I can usually see StockX, going back in the right direction. I'm not saying they're going to take over and be king, but I definitely can see StockX heading in the right direction. It doesn't hurt to try. And you never know until you try. It says this summer, the Detroit-based company will introduce StockX Live, a new interactive that will offer real-time live shopping for both new and pre-owned items. The latter of the item is also a first of the marketplace. I'm not saying it's one of the first, but it definitely is one of those things where, hey, some people like to do like live bidding, this and a third, especially from the comfort of their own home. So I can't really knock them for that, right? It says StockX Live will also allow buyers to participate in a variety of live auctions, many of which will begin $1 and join free-to-enter giveaways, which will also viewers to walk away with the demand items without ever opening up their wallets, and the company said. So again, we're trying to make sure they get the right people at the right time. And this is just on some more images inside this joint. Looks like everybody took kind of very similar issue or images for this joint. Can't really knock them for that. So we're 2 minutes away from the hour mark. Let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. Wrap things up for the night. I did say I wanted to cover that Supreme drop as well. If you think about it, Supreme rolls out into 17th week of the spring/summer pretty much season with the Spitfire collab. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Spitfire, that is pretty much the brand that I grew up skateboarding to. So if you're a skateboarder, you probably already know. Not going to read this article, but here's like a little video, and I think this is an ad right here from New York. Let me see if I can play this. Fair use. Hopefully this is pretty short and sweet. See if I can play this joint. Let me see if I can play this. Let's see.
Cara, eu também, ó.
That's that Spitfire logo, by the way, on his leg.
Been trying to get through for quite a while.
Well, we're glad you kept trying.
Thank you. I have this problem. Last July, I was assaulted sexually, and ever since then, I cannot sleep.
Respectively, I hate to sound like my boy Dunks. And you got to get that board in the air, pause, and I need to see something other than just a whole bunch of flat ground tricks, respectively.
I've been having trouble sleeping.
How old are you?
I'm 22, going on 23.
And looks like they delivered.
Detroit guys.
That board slide was cool, but I mean, I feel like that was an easy way out, in my opinion. But we'll keep going.
Eles que go slap the third step.
So it's very interesting. That was a unique ollie up to there for a 50-50. It's pretty cool. But I don't want to play too much because I know this could easily get me like flagged real quick. But I think you guys get the point. Going over a few drops right here. We got the oval tray, whatever that is. Even though I know it says it's a tray, we got the Ebro rhinestone jacket. And then we have some Spitfire tees, which I'm assuming we got a plethora of colorways, but this is blue up on the screen. They got the zip up hoodie, which I may want to see what that's hidden for, personally. Ooh, that black and red joint. I think this is actually pretty fire. I don't hate it. Let me see what they got on a tee colorway real quick. Got a white joint, black joint. So, interesting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like I'm a hater. I'm just saying. We're just checking it out. Got some joggers, some jeans, a jersey, which I don't really wear. And we got a work jacket. And yeah, man. Some more caps and some more basketball. Like, I guess you can say, like, not basketball, but some other type of, like, shirts, right? They even got the Spitfire beanie. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want it, it's yours for the taking for sure. Let me see what else we got too. Oh, I remember I showed y'all I was going to tell y'all about those custom Air Force Ones joint too you can do for NYC. Right here. You can customize your own NYC Nike Air Force Ones, right? Okay, so as you can see, people are doing the mismatch joints. And I gotta be honest, these actually don't look bad where, you know, we should release these to the public and not just unique to the family or relationship status. But again, do what y'all want to do. So, want to make sure I showed that. This is up on Instagram right here. And then let me just check my phone for upcoming sneaker releases. Let me put stuff back on the main screen because we already went over that hour mark. Not trying to stay on here no longer than that. As much as I love you guys. Let me go to the sneaker news section. Let's see. Pretty much nothing in particular. Let me go to sneakers app. Want to make sure I just cover, you know, cross my T's and dot my I's right here. Let me see if I can actually solve this video. Boom. Normally I let it play, but they be tripping. So pretty much, yeah. So Thursday, which is tomorrow, we have the Mine 001s. Friday, we have the Pegasus, the Burgundy Crush joints. And then looking way ahead, we have the Air Jordan 5 University Blue. We have the Air Max 95 Hyper Pink and Green Strike. And yeah, I think that pretty much is going to wrap things up for the night. Downtown Puerto Rico Draw Pack. That's a dunk. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. So I got myself already on the main screen. I just want to check things out. Other than that, let me touch the chat, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for the night. Coming up on that hour mark, hour and 3 minutes to be exact. It says, where we at? Devon says, Knicks craze right now. This is true. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I've been seeing the videos. I'm not surprised at all. Says, everyone buying bootleg tees. Because everybody wants to buy something to be a part of the situation, right? Well, you've been there pretty much probably your whole life, if not all your life. You know, it's just another regular day in the office for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? The wave will come and go. You know what I'm saying? So you shall see. Mark my words. So other than that, man, let's wrap things up for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Y'all definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new. If you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, y'all know we have Music Monday as well, which I will be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast, and I'll see you guys on Monday. We do have a nice extended break from the holiday release that's supposed to be happening this Friday, so the kid plans to be in bed a little bit better, you know, a little bit sooner. But anyway, man, more content on the way. Hope you guys are enjoying the short form content as well as the dripper skips because I'm still going to keep doing those. And yeah, I'll see you guys again on Saturday, and I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who brought my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.